Hey guys, Sovietdeath here. I'm going to be just starting up, I think, technically a new update series where I'm trying to do this once a month, where whenever they release the preview for the month, that I'm going to start doing a video on my initial thoughts and reactions to the previous month. Obviously, the previous month is just coming to a close, so I really can't comment too much about what's going on. I'm participating in the Final Four. I chose, obviously, Russians for me. But, yeah, that's been an interesting month so far. But anyways, when I think March 29th came around, they released the update for April. So let's go through it and see what they have in store and what's my initial thoughts on this. So, obviously, flip the mouse over to the right screen. They have the Heavy Metal Heroes coming out, which is the HMH ISU 130, the HMH M51 Super Sherman, and the HMH FV 305 premium tanks coming out. Initially, they look pretty nice. Obviously, we can't know any stats yet because they haven't released the update allowing us to see the official stats. I believe the tanks actually come out in the Mega Bundle on the 3rd, and I actually will be picking that up. The main reason being is that when I actually went through here and looked at all the prices, let me get down to the actual bundles here. You have the Mega Bundle, which is 30,000 gold, and they do offer all of them with base bundles, but the initial bundle actually has a savings to it. And one thing I found out was when I looked at all the savings, and I actually added up all of the prices to the base bundles of the tanks, so the 980, the 1020 here, you actually wind up saving like 2,850 gold or something like that if you had bought the Mega Bundle. So, yeah, if you're going to get all three, buy the Mega Bundle. If you're not, buy piecemeal. But that's if you're going to buy them. ISU 130, well, they do have stats on PC. We'll see what the stats actually are when they come out. Personally, I'm going to get it because I'm a huge fan of Russian tank destroyers. And anytime I can get a tier 8 Russian tank destroyer and have fun with it, it's always going to be a fun time for me. The Super Sherman, well, it's got to be at least similar in armor to the regular Sherman, so it's going to be one of those ones that you're going to want to either play as primarily as a tank destroyer or make sure other tanks are already involved before you get that thing involved. If it's anything like the Revolutionary on PC, yeah, you're definitely going to be a little bit wary of it. And from what I've heard, it is going to be a French tank, even though it has the Israeli armor, well, camo and paint to it. And then there's this, the FV305. I don't know how this thing is going to be received, because if it's anything like the actual FV305 concept, it has the 5.5 howitzer from the Crusader SP. It's not a bad gun, but it's a tier 7 artillery gun on a tier 6 concept, but it's gonna be a tier 8, possibly? I don't know. I really don't know what to think about this. And obviously, the high base costs of these tanks are because the camo is permanent. Which, if you take pretty much any tier 8 tank and look at how much it costs to put camo on, it's about the same. But let me just double check here. So let's say by Pershing, customize, camouflage. Yeah. Oh, they have a camo sale on, don't they? Right now there's a camo sale. Okay, that explains why that's so cheap. I forgot they're having a camo sale right now. So I was going to look at the prices of the camo and how much it would actually cost, but it's only 100 gold right now. Let's see. Is it the same for this? Or is it going to be more expensive because it's Yeah. Never mind. Can't look that up right now because the camo sales are actually pretty ridiculous. 100 gold for all 4 camo patterns? Whew. Yeah. Completely forgot about the camo sale. So, I mean, essentially what you're paying for is the additional cost of them being quote-unquote rare, having 2 permanent emblem, at least 1 permanent emblem, and 4 camos. So that's going to explain that cost. Funny. And then they just have a whole bunch of ops going along with it for heavy metal tokens, but I don't know exactly what the tokens are for. Apparently you get these heavy metal tokens for getting basically all the hero medals in game, but it's like, I don't know what they're actually for. Because I haven't seen any other mention of this other than that you get these tokens for the heavy metal ops. I don't... That's just one of those things, is I don't know. Alright. Okay, back to the overview real quick. Then, currently they're having, of course, the Mars mode going on right now, at least until the end of today. So that's going to be fun. I've been playing it pretty good. There's no real silver earnings in it, but the amount of crew XP earnings is actually decent if you do well. So, enjoy that. I flipped my tank quite a number of times with the gravity and the physics, but it's a blast. If you like the lunar and like the fun modes, it's fun. If you don't, you can always not play the lunar. It's not... alright. Then they have the Paravan Treks coming out, which, obviously, there is some controversy because apparently they are not removing the Lorraine 40T and the Waffentrager E100 coming up with the release of the Batchat 25T and the Grill 15. Personally, I don't see a problem with it, but I know there's going to be a lot of people complaining about it, especially with the Waffentrager. The Batchat and the Lorraine, I mean, that one's kind of There's really no loss for going through either one of those, so... I mean, really, it's a faster medium compared to a slower medium. I guess. I actually haven't gotten up to the Batchat or the Lorraine yet, so... Well, obviously I don't have the Batchat, but I haven't got up to the Lorraine to even compare the two myself. With the grill, though, I'm actually on the Waffentrager off Panzer IV. I'm not sure which way I would go when I do get up to tier 10. Uh, Personally, I might go for the grill over the Waffentrager, even though the Waffentrager is staying. Because I like the one shot and get back into cover more than I like the stay out and unload your clip and hopefully don't get killed on your reload. Personally, the reload speed is what kills the Waffentrager E100 for me. And I have played it on occasion, just not through my own account. So I would definitely go with the grill myself if I was going to pick one of the two. The Vanquisher AC is coming into the store starting April 5th because of the end of the March Madness or March Takeness contest. Obviously, for anyone who gets the MVP medal, they can get it for half off. If they win, obviously they can get so for free. And it'll probably be like they did last time. It'll be available in the store after they announce the winner when it's all ready to go. And it'll be a 0 gold purchase. Is it worth a regular purchase? I'm not 100% sure. I mean, it has decent armor. It has, a 2-pounder gun. I like how it says it has speed, and if it's anything like PC, it doesn't have speed. It has the ability to go fast, but so does the AMX 40. The Duck. Have you ever seen that thing go fast? It doesn't go fast. Alright. And the fun little part about the Panzer IV Girls on Panzer is returning. Apparently it's going to be in the store on all platforms. So apparently this time around when Wargaming got the rights to it, they actually had to pay for it instead of just being a PS4 freebie. So people are obviously going to have to pay for it if they want it. And it's just a Panzer IV with a regular 75 gun, which is actually better than the gun it actually is in the show. If you ever actually watched the show, it actually has the short-barreled 75, which is a horrible gun, but they decided to give it the upgraded 75 so it's a more viable tank. See, I would have actually preferred them to keep the short-barreled 75 and make it a preferential matchmaking tank, but nope, they decided to give it the long 75. So that's what it is. If you're not a fan of the show, you don't have to get it. Just shoot it, kill it, have fun killing it. It's actually not a bad-looking tank, except for the anglerfish logo on the side, so it's one of those things. They have ranked battles at Tier 8 finally coming out, starting April 28th. That will be a little bit more fun. Be prepared to see a lot of premium tanks in that ranked battles, I bet. Because there's going to be probably a higher silver earnings because they usually tend to do that. And I hope the silver rewards this time around are a little bit higher than last time. I got up to Platinum League, and then I just kind of went, I don't really care anymore. But we'll see. If it's Tier 8 battles, we'll see how the silver earnings are and the XP earnings are. And maybe it'll be worth it, especially with the more heavily armored premiums enjoying Tier 8 only matchmaking for the die. Yeah, that could be pretty fun. Or tanks like the VK and a couple of the other Tier 8s that are just high armor, going to probably enjoy the crap out of that mode. And then they have some April emblems, which, I don't care so much about emblems, so it's not a big deal. Then all their usual cop-out, all details are subject to change. Because, well, things can change. The only other thing that they've released so far is the on-track details, which obviously they're bringing out that on track to the bat chat. It's going to be half the month, essentially. Could never go wrong with an on track. With the only difference being the tier 9 discount is going to be on the Batchat 25 TAP instead of being the Lorraine. So, if you want to get the new tank, you're obviously going to have to do some extra grinding on the 1390, which, I'm on the 1390. It's an okay tank. A lot of people hate it. If you don't like playing, light armored tank destroyers, which is basically what that thing is, with a clip, it's literally just reload, blast an enemy that's not looking, and then run the fuck away. Alright. But, yeah. So that's just my initial update on what's going on. Other than that, I've been playing a little bit less World of Tanks lately because of Mass Effect Andromeda coming out. Which, I will point this out, Mass Effect Andromeda, regardless of what people have said, is actually a good game. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of visual glitches in it, and a couple of our little things that can happen that are glitches, but I think it's more about EA and BioWare rushing the game out more than them actually releasing a crap game. Because the gameplay itself is great. It's top notch. The animations are horrible, though. Holy crap, the animations are horrible. I've never been a fan of Mass Effect's animations for their facial and movement animations, but it just looks so lazily done. It's ridiculous. But the gameplay is addicting enough where I'm actually going to be streaming it a lot more often. Probably always on Mondays. And then after that, whenever I'm on off time, I might do it on like a Wednesday or a Friday if I'm not feeling like playing World of Tanks. But obviously if I were to go over to here, I'm currently working on my Take Madness Ops, and I'm at 66 out of 100 for my Final 4 MVP medal. So that's a great thing, because yay, MVP medal. I've been really surprised. I've been running around in the IS-6, and I've pulled off a lot of nice games in the IS-6 lately. So that's been kind of one of my favorite go-to tanks right now, has been the IS-6 and the IS-6 Black. Yes, I have a black tank. I'm sorry. I bought one of them. Mainly because I want the FV205 or 204, whatever it is. Because at the time, that was the only time it was available. And then I got the pack that the lowest pack that you needed to get that. Though, I had some words for worrying about tier locking that thing in such a expensive bundle. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the whole mega bundle concept, because they get ridiculous. Some of them I'm okay with, like this one, where the mega bundle is cheaper than all three combined on their base cost. That's worth it, in my opinion. That is always worth it. Other than that, I could definitely wish that the marketing team around that's involved in making the bundles needs to be shot in the head. Yeah, I said it that way. Obviously, I'm being facetious, and I don't actually mean that, but Can we please get someone in there that wants to make better bundles for people? Or at least, you know, offer slightly better deals than what they have been. Because it's like, you have the base bundle, and then you have the mega bundle. The rest of the bundles in between really don't matter too much. So, it's like, guys, come on. Be a little bit nicer on the bundles. And, maybe consult more people about trying to wrangle in how some of these events work, because there's always been questions coming out immediately after the event gets launched that pretty much anyone would ask, and it's like, guys, come on, answer the damn questions right away. Because there was a lot of people wondering, like, when the whole March Madness came out, do we need to complete all 4 to qualify for the tank? Or do we need to win all 4, like a bracket option, where we need to be right on all of the guesses for the final 4? Yeah, we didn't really hear anything about that until right near the end, where it says, oh, yeah, the last month, the Final 4 event is the only one that is required to actually win the tank. It's like, really? Alright. Anyways, this will be it for me today. I just want to get this video out and actually not release it on April Fool's, because kind of disappointed on April Fool's this year. There wasn't a lot of good YouTube April Fool's jokes going around. There's a couple of good ones, but I mean, some of them are a lot of people you guys wouldn't know, so. Anyways, this will be probably my last update video for a little while, because I got other things going on. It's really funny, I got a new controller recently. Got my custom built controller. Makes me happy. Alright. Anyways, see you guys. Have a good one. Bye.